After last night, I have made a solemn pledge to never grace the inside of a baseball stadium for the rest of my life. It was supposed to be a family night out. My 7-year-old grandson and his first grade class were singing God Bless America prior to the first pitch. My wife, daughter, son-in-law and granddaughter had tickets in the upper deck at Busch Stadium. It all started out as a wonderful evening at the ballpark. The evening started with a trip to the concession stand an hour before the game, where I spent around $300 for 3 orders of greasy nachos with cheese, a cheeseburger, an order of chicken nuggets for my granddaughter and non-alcoholic beverages. The last time I saw that much grease was when I changed the hydraulic oil in the 8400. Next, we headed to the upper deck. In order to cram an extra 10,000 people into the stadium, the engineers designed seats built for a bunch of Lilliputians. I felt like Gulliver as I made my way to our designated seats. So, I'm sitting there, taking in the opening ceremonies, and the seats next to me remained empty. I thought, this is great, I can stretch out here and be comfortable. Then, I glanced over and saw a herd of what appeared to be a herd of rhinos entering from my left. A 350-pound Walmart gal, with her equally large mother-in-law in tow. And that wasn't all, they also had a 4-year-old spawn of Satan with a mohawk, and a 2-month-old baby, complete with collapsible stroller. They were standing there, looking at their ticket stubs then in my directions. Dear God, say it isn't so. My worst nightmare is about to begin. Here they came. Their fat asses scaling the stairs, turning up my section. Upon reaching the seat next to me, Mama Cass Elliott and her little urchin plopped down 1 seat down from me. Thank you, Lord, I'm thinking at least I have a 1-seat buffer zone. But it wasn't to be. About that time, the proud husband and father donning a neck tattoo makes his way up the stairs. Armed with a giant burrito and jumbo Coke, he made his way toward me. No way in hell can they go 3 wide in these seats. The wife then moves over next to me to make room. My hair-groaning sons coming from the seat armrest, which is now moved 8 inches away from where they were supposed to be. Now I know what it must have sounded like when Titanic was coming apart. My 12-inch wide seat has now been permanently reduced to 6. I was starting to feel violated. It's going to be a long night. By now. My wife is laughing uncontrollably under her breath, looking at me out of the corner of her eye. I am failing to see the humor at this point. She knew I was hoping some hottie would be sitting there. It was not amusing. Suddenly, the newborn begins wailing like a fire truck. It continued for what seemed like eternity. I'm thinking, where's the fricking bottle of milk, lady? And then it happened. The fat pig raises up her top and flops out a gigantic breast. The baby clamps onto it with the power of an Oric XL. Well, at least the crying stopped. Now all I am hearing is slurping and sucking sounds. Surely there are laws prohibiting this kind of behavior in public. I kept looking for security, but as usual, you can never find one when you need them. After the 3rd inning, I hear some commotion. I look up at the giant big screen in center field and they're doing the kiss cam. I'm seeing some familiar faces on the screen. And the asshole with the roving camera is standing right in front of our section panning the audience for some romantic couples. With my grandson on one side, all I could envision was me. The 350-pound babe, her gigantic and attractive hooter flashed in front of 10,000 Cardinal fans. I would never live it down. Suddenly, the batter came to the plate and I was spared the humiliation. My grandson saved the day when I heard him say, "Mom, I'm tired, can we go home now?" I then realized there is a God. On the 100-mile trip home, no mention was made of my evening of entertainment. But every now and then I swore I heard the sound of muffled laughter. I then remember an old saying, "What has been seen cannot be unseen." I've been scarred for life.